bits.
What?
Movies.
Yay!
All right. This is Welcome to Paradise, Michigan Genesis, Season 3, Episode 10, Chrome City and Beyond. Chrome City, 2185.
Oh.
The rain never stops in Chrome City. It falls in a constant whispering drizzle, catching the light of 1,000 neon signs until it gleams like spilled mercury across every cracked sidewalk and rust-stained overpass. It's not chrome that gives the city its name. It's the illusion of shine, the carefully engineered glamour, a spectacle, a promise. Towering skyscrapers stretch into the clouds like fingers of forgotten gods, their faces wrapped in pulsing advertisements that bloom and dissolve in endless succession. A 20-story woman sips a glowing drink that loops forever into her hand. A tiger made of molten glass paces along the side of a high-rise, its eyes tracking every passing speeder. Hollow billboards hover midair, rotating with slow grace. Among the myriad buildings with their neon facades, several locations stand out from the rest, familiarity drawing your focus. A squat blue rectangular building with a simple white sign with black letters, Kubrick's Time Dilation Services. An ancient-looking building with tall pillars and neon letters made to look like they were chiseled from stone, Kenny Cooper Memorial Museum of really neat rocks and stuff.
Oh no! He's dead! I mean, I guess he'd be like 300.
Like
Sorry.
100 years at least in the...
I know, I still don't like to think about it.
A towering obelisk with defiantly non-reflective obsidian stone walls. Jealous Mirrors by Jessica. Find your true self.
Ooh.
The massive
okay.
Gunnarsson Stapler Sports Complex, home of the Dodgeball Bloodsport Championships and Zero-G Mixed Monster Art Spectacular.
Fuck
And
yeah, dude.
at the epicenter of Chrome City, spotlights slicing through the rain in every direction, the Nexus Arena presents Lazarus 5.0 Reboot Tour live in concert tonight only. Everywhere color, motion, seduction. Streets hum with synthetic life. Pedestrians, both flesh and wire, drift through the rain under paper-thin umbrellas etched with animated lace. Their eyes flicker with the telltale glow of implants, always scanning, always connected. The skyline reflects endlessly in their lenses. They all move to the rhythm of the city's deep pulse, a slow, unrelenting beat felt in your chest like the baseline of a dream you can't quite wake from.
Oh.
And yet, beneath the electric symphony, there's a dissonant note. Dark alleys spiderweb between the towers where neon doesn't reach. Here, the glow feels colder. Security bots roll by in pairs, faces smooth and blank, their red scanners slicing through the gloom. A child runs barefoot past a flickering vending machine unit that tries to sell him a plasma rifle. A man with static for eyes argues with his reflection in a shattered pane of smart glass, shouting, "Futurum nondum scriptum!" over and over again. There's a weight to the city, heavy and hidden, something just beneath the skin, behind the ads, behind the endless rain, behind the smiling faces and pulse-quickening colors. There's surveillance, control, secrets. Chrome City shines bright, but don't look too long. It shines to blind you. Much like the brilliant headlights cutting through the gloom like twin lightsabers as a car glides towards you through the rain, coming to a quiet stop next to you. It's sleek and silent. Not just a car, a machine of precision and wealth. All smooth curves and gleaming panels hovering inches above the soaked ground. The kind of vehicle that doesn't stop unless someone important tells it to. A tinted window hisses down with a faint hydraulic sigh, revealing a face you recognize instantly, even if untold years and unseen burdens hang heavy on it. Carson. He looks older now, but sharper somehow. Hair trimmed, suit immaculate, eyes hidden behind a pair of polarized lenses that flicker with scrolling data. He sizes you up with one glance, calculating, cool, like he hasn't got time for your questions, but will still let you catch up. You want answers or you want a way out? Come with me. Clock's ticking, heroes. Let's move. The window slides back up without another word. The door unlocks. The rain keeps falling. And in the glow of Chrome City, the choice is yours. What do you want to do? Clock's ticking, heroes. Let's move.
I look at freaking Laz and I shrug and I dive into the car.
Oh, beans, you guys.
Fuck.
This is not Seattle.
How far away is Oak's place?
Everything's visible from the city, but you can't quite tell distance. Chrome City, distance is hard to gauge.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm
Guys, get
getting in
in.
the car. I'm getting in.
Get in the car.
I
Laz,
grab Sophie's hand and pull her into the car with me. It's okay, I know this guy.
Is this
Sophie's
like happened last time and we ended up on a ship?
I mean, listen, we're in fucking Blade Runner and I don't know which way to go. I think he does. Get in the car.
is that Carson?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
To be fair, Jessica, you weren't there.
She was in the windows, mirrors. I'm sure she saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Is everybody
I'm
in?
in. Rosie's waiting.
Is everybody?
Everybody's in the
Carson
car.
turns back to you all.
Yep.
Everybody's in. Where to?
Yeah.
And you feel the vehicle begin to move towards deeper into the city.
We got. I like
The
to go to
concert.
Kubrick's. Oh,
Where are we
wait,
going?
the concert? Yeah. You wanted to get a guitar. You were looking for like a guitar or something for the harmonies.
I mean, a guitar would be great.
I'm
I
fine.
mean,
I'm fine with that.
concert.
We could start there first.
I,
Hey, sir,
I
what
would
did you
think-
mean the clock's ticking? I'm confused.
Carson, without paying, suddenly you realize he's not paying attention to the road at all. His seat swivels around to look at you as he reaches up into the air and makes like he's pressing buttons, and you suddenly see 12:02, 12:01, 12, 11:59. You've got less than 12 minutes in Chrome
Don't you
City.
need to be
What?
keeping your eyes on the road, man?
I'm not
Can we make
driving.
Can we make two stops?
No.
Okay.
No.
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 Then we
have
gotta
12
go.
Minutes
We gotta
until
go.
what?
Either we get something for harmonics or something for time. One or the other. I don't care.
Time.
But we need something.
Yeah, we gotta figure out how to get out of here.
Okay.
We can't
Um,
stay. I mean, I'd like to stay here, but
So you just showed up here with a ticking clock and you have no plan for what you're even going to do while you're here?
We didn't mean to be here.
We need Carson. I need either something for amplifying harmonies or I need something for time. Give me one of them.
You got to choose which one you want. I can take you to either place.
Time.
Time first, because if I can stop
Time it
then
is.
Maybe we've got more.
He spins around, he reaches into the air, punching a few more buttons, and you see in a heads-up overlay, almost like an augmented reality, though you have no idea what augmented reality is, as you see a line appear following a pathway pointing towards the building. He looks back and he says, "Grab onto someone or something." And he reaches up, grabs hold of something you can't see, and goes, "Shh!" And all of you are suddenly pressed back into acceleration seats as the car suddenly rockets forward for literally 2 seconds. You come to a stop, but you're not lurched forward, and you see you are standing outside of a building that is clearly inspired by the TARDIS, but is a non-copyright infringing blue and name. Kubrick's Time Dilation Services on the sign up front. The door hisses open on the side. Like I said, clock's ticking. You guys better get moving.
We tumble. I imagine we like tumble out of the vehicle quickly and like kind of pushing each other a little bit and like, yeah.
I'm running as fast as little Oak's legs will humanly carry him to the door of this thing.
Laz and Oak, Dagobah, all the way.
Dagobah, there we go.
I am following them.
I easily, move along with them.
Coop will be right behind you.
Persephone's holding onto your hand, going, I don't know what this is, where this is. Not.
That
Me either,
terrified me
sister.
for a second.
No.
I was like, what?
Record
Okay.
scratch.
Nope. That. Sophie is with you. I have my notes open in front of me.
If you want to go up ahead with them, I understand. I'm not very fast.
Is the door unlocked?
You rip open the
yeah.
door.
I would immediately go to try to open the door. Yep.
You rip open the door and it opens. And no surprise, as soon as you open up the door, you see a brilliantly lit interior that is much larger on the inside than it is on the outside. Gleaming lobby, and you see a large holographic display that looks a lot like Dr. K. Like from the chest up, looking out over everything. And as you all walk in, you see Dr. K suddenly turn to all of you and says, welcome to Kubrick's Time Dilation Services. How may we be assistance to you?
I need to be able to stop time or enhance harmonic resonance.
Stop time?
Yes.
You'll have to forgive me, but isn't that your speciality?
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying I need something that will enhance it.
The hologram goes, it shrinks down and sort of moves forward as the rest of it forms, and a holographic Dr. K is standing in front of you and says, come with me. Puts his arm around, though you don't feel it, and says, what's your problem?
Well, I've got about 7 minutes to try to figure out how we can enhance a portal.
Slow down and take a deep breath, son.
Okay. There's a portal.
What is the one thing that you and I have?
Time. We have time.
Why are you stressing out about a timer?
Because I'm worried that I'm going to lose them. The rest of them.
Rosie like waves.
I'm worried that if we can't get them back, they're going to be stuck here. So yeah, I'm concerned. Okay.
Interesting. You have the literal ability to control time, and a ticking clock is scaring the bejesus out of you.
He's not very good at what he does. Hurry it up.
Hey, I'm only 12, okay? I'm only 12. I'm thinking with my panic brain. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and actually, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to stop time for as long as I can.
Okay.
If I can stop
Roll
the
it.
clock.
Start. You get one free.
Okay.
Start
Yeah.
rolling.
One free, and it's a D6, right? It's
Yep.
D6.
I'll help
You get a free
keep track,
D6.
I'll help you keep track.
Ooh, that's a 5 on the free. Okay.
Okay, 5 on the free.
5 on the free. Yep.
5 on 0.
That's a 6.
11 on 1.
That's
Nope, sorry.
a 2.
It explodes. Okay.
Yep.
13 on
That's-
1.
13.
13 on 1.
3.
16 on 2.
3.
19 on 3.
19 on 3. How are you attempting to affect the clock?
I want to try and stop time so that we can figure a way to enhance the harmonies. I want to be able to stop enough time while we're here in Chrome City for Laz or whoever to figure out some way to increase the harmonics so that wherever we go next will be a better opportunity for
Roll me a
us.
D6.
Okay.
Sorry, roll me a D10.
D10. Okay, cool. Do. This is the fastest I've ever rolled dice in my life. 5.
Yes.
You don't know how you know it, but all of you feel the sudden pressure of the clock ease.
Oh my
With
God.
your successful beating the 18 DC, sorry, I gotta reset this. With your successfully beating the 18 DC, you have stopped the clock. So this new timer, though it will be going down, I'll start it in a moment. You have stopped the timer for 5 minutes. You've basically given yourself 5 extra minutes. When this timer runs down, it will start over again, and that will be how much time you have left. So right now, time has stopped for 5 minutes.
Oh my God.
Now,
In the interest of time, we can resolve this later, Jake, but I'm going to use a pop while we're here and use my treasure hunter thing to find a useful item.
Nice.
interesting.
Hell yeah, Tamiko.
All right, I will resolve that in a moment.
We'll resolve it after there's not a timer hanging
No.
over our heads.
Let's go.
Somebody remind me, keep track of how many pops we're spending. I'll resolve that. I'll resolve what your useful item is in a moment.
I got the pops.
As you concentrate, and you find it not to be all that difficult, Oak. You get a little lightheaded, but otherwise you stop time. Dr. K says, very well done. Now you're going to want to keep trying at this because you have the ability to alter time at will. I mean, that's literally what we do. We're time anomalies. Now, it's no accident that you're here in Chrome City. It's no accident that you went through the portal. In fact, you're going to find that while you all are here, everywhere you go is tuned to all of you. In order for you to get at the heart of what's going on with the Nexus Project and to ultimately be able to succeed in stopping them for good, you're going to have to go back into this portal until you find either all 6 of the keys, or find out what the 6 keys are and what you need to do to acquire them. Now, I can't tell you any more about the keys specifically, except for one, and well, it looks like Kenny's already found it. Sorry, Kenny. Old teacher habits. Coop, you
Oh my God.
had wandered over to where a display was sort of not really holographic, sort of transparent glass. Looks like it's written with that like neon markers. And it is a blueprint for a familiar looking watch that was made by combining a pyramid device with a black sphere. And it specifies that this is the time key.
Time key.
Oh, look, I found something that might be relevant.
Holy shit.
If you can find that, which I believe you had in your possession or still have in your
You have it,
possession.
right, Oak?
Yeah, I should wait. I think. Oh no. I can't remember honestly. I think maybe Heinz, because
Heinz
Swipe
never
it.
gave it
Heinz
back
has
to
it.
you.
Yeah.
Heinz never
Heinz
gave it
has
back to
that
me,
son of a bitch.
and so it's somewhere in Paradise, but I don't think I ever got it back because he swapped it for the other one.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we need to find what's in that blueprint. We
Yeah.
need to find that watch, and then 5 more things.
So there should be a black pyramid and a black sphere, and then those
Well, those-
combined together.
That's what was combined together to make the watch in
Yeah.
the first place.
And
So
then
why-
we
we
need to
go-
find
but
the
it's
watch
showing
and then
you-
5
Find
more
the watch.
things.
If you find the watch, you find the time key.
Sweet. Okay.
You gotta
So-
go back in time to right after, like a day or so after I killed that kid, but didn't kill him, and then you can take it off of me.
Wow. Okay. Yep. That's awesome.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
I'm going to leave it in your capable hands, all of your capable hands, to figure out how it is that you want to go about doing this.
The
key?
Any chance that this glove that Coop's been carrying around is connected to any of this?
He holds up his glove.
He looks at it and he says, "Oh, well, that's pretty interesting. Sort of future retro, even here in Chrome City. I wish I could tell you that it was one of the keys you're looking for, but it seems like a very useful item, especially where electronics are involved."
How do we find out what the other keys are?
Who do we ask? Who knows?
Well, you found out the time key when you came here.
There were other places that were like named after us. There was
So if we,
All of
museum
you make a flight check for me real quick. I need to know anybody that gets below an 8.
Okay.
God.
Flight. Let's go.
I got below an 8. I got a 2.
If you get below an 8, you are knocked flat on the ground as you feel reality lurch. The time pause has passed, and you are now under the clock once again with less than 5 minutes remaining.
Shit.
Damn it, we got.
You don't take
we gotta
any
move.
damage, but you
I hop back up.
Yep.
Yeah, Lance gets back up.
Back to the car.
Back to the car. Back to the car. Back to the car.
All right.
I'll do everything
Carson.
I can when we get to places. I'll do everything I can to stop it. Okay.
Where are we going first?
Let's go to that concert. Laz needs a guitar.
I fall to my ass.
Come on. Laz will help anybody that he can back up to their feet, and kind of like help usher people back to Carson's car.
As you all are quickly scrabbling to your feet, I'm just imagining the sound of squeaking sneakers on the polished floor of this place as you turn to head out the door. And out on the street, still waiting by this incredibly expensive car, is Carson. The door is already open. You pile inside. Carson spins around. Where to next?
The concert.
All right, punches in a couple things, and you see a different line appear, leading off to the Nexus Arena.
Pushed into the seat, Coop says, "Carson, I have a really weird question. Do you have a guitar in here, perchance?"
I do not. I have absolutely no musical talent whatsoever. I blame my father for that one. Well, here we are. Good luck. As the door hisses open, you see literally thousands and thousands of people standing outside of the arena cheering and waiting as a holographic display of Lazarus 5.0 is playing one of their hit songs. It's hard to hear the music over the crowd of the screaming people, but the one thing that stands out amongst everything else is one of the members of the band looks like a middle-aged version of Laz.
Oh my God.
Hell yeah.
We have to get in there. We have to get up there.
I'm gonna try to pause time right now. As soon as we get in the doors, I'm gonna try to get you as much time as possible, buddy.
It's going to take you more than 2 minutes to get in the doors. I can tell you that. There's literally thousands of people here.
Yeah, so
What if
that's
we
why
went
I'm
around
gonna
back?
I'm gonna try to pause time right now.
Go find
Okay.
a van.
As soon as we get out of the car.
See if there's a roadie.
I was just gonna say, let's see if
You
there's
all-
a roadie.
You all turn and you start making your way around the throngs of people, looking for some kind of entrance where they're loading in, looking
Like
for
stage
roadies.
entrance, yeah.
Make a perception check. A brains check. Anybody that's doing that. You have only 4 more dice you can spend, Chad.
Yep.
I got a 1.
Go ahead and start rolling 6s.
Okay. That's a 2,
Got a 5.
2 on 1.
4.
6 on 2.
That's a 6. Okay, that'll work. Oh shit! Through it.
Hurry up!
Okay. 4. And one more.
That's 16 on 3.
And a
exploded?
1. No, yeah.
Math
17
faster,
on 4.
motherfuckers.
17
on 4.
17 on 4. Time skips. And pauses
Yes.
for 3 seconds.
Oh shit.
And then starts right back up again as you
Fuck
fail
off. Fuck.
to stop time.
Damn it.
However, Billy, you spot the roadies around the back loading in with big old semi-trailers with Lazarus 5.0 across them, and you see groups of people just handing off equipment as they're leading inside. What do you guys want to do?
I
Laz is
race
headed
forward trying to grab
Hell
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Laz is headed straight for the stream of people.
Laz, make a charm check.
Oh my god.
Charm.
Oh my god.
Great.
I go with Laz, but that's all I can do because I rolled a 1.
Rosie,
that's
roll a charm, and Laz gets to
Oh,
add what you
wait.
roll to his charm roll.
Oh my god. Yes.
Jeremy, let me go with you. Let me hold
4.
your hand. Let me go
4.
with you.
You exploded?
I got just 4.
Oh, okay. So that's a 7 total.
Jake, I have on my watch. I can
Oh,
stop
God.
time for a minute
You better do it.
as long as I'm touching.
Do it, dude.
Do it.
I'm gonna grab Laz and go. We're gonna stop time right now. Like
My
right now.
God.
That 1 second. At that 1 second, we're gonna add a minute.
I think you should put 10 seconds back on the clock because that took a long time to resolve those checks.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
That's Ha.
Oh god.
So
Dang it.
you reach
Fuck.
out for one another to stop time just as you see a roadie who's sort of organizing everybody. You see that he looks at you with sudden recognition, Laz, and confusion. Oak is pulling out his stopwatch and reaching towards you as the final seconds tick down. The air hardens around you, dense, vibrating, electric. Time itself seems to recoil. Then, without warning, the world screams. Colors fracture like shattered glass. The sounds of the timeline
damn it.
stretch in the deafening, distorted
Motherfucker.
wail. Your feet lift from the ground, not by force, but by absence, as if the reality beneath you no longer exists. You feel yourself being unwritten. Your breath snatches away, limbs go weightless, memory distorts, folding in on itself. The light is blinding, but not white. Wrong. Like it doesn't belong in any place you know. Then everything implodes into a single sharp pulse of silence. Bam! You hit the cave floor hard. Stone. Cold.
Oh, we're back.
Real. The time rift pulses before you, steady and hungry, throbbing like a heartbeat. You're back, but the air still hums with something torn and furious. The timeline you were just in, it didn't want to let you go. Sophie picks herself up off the floor, yanking her hand out of yours, Coop. What was that? What was that? It was so loud. There was so many colors and
With
lights.
us.
I just want to find my dad.
Tron. Ow.
So when you said our memories are rewritten,
No, I didn't say those words. I said you felt
you said something about our memories.
I felt yourself. You felt yourself being unwritten.
Oh, okay.
As it was just a colorful way of saying you were being stripped from that timeline. Nothing has
Okay.
happened to your memories. You
Okay, good.
remember everything you heard and saw.
What is it, like a video game? We gotta put in another quarter and try again?
I don't know what that means. You guys say so much stuff that makes no sense.
I'm not talking to you, kid. And I look at the others as I
Sophie,
kind of stand up.
That wasn't my home. That's not where I think your dad went. Our dad. I don't know where the hell that place was.
All right. So I guess this is stupidly obvious, but I'm going to say it anyway. We got 5 pieces we need to find and 5 places that connect the 6 of us.
6. Not 5, 6.
We need 6
we have
pieces.
one though, right?
We found one.
We
Yeah.
we
Well,
didn't.
we know what
we
one
did-
is.
Yeah, we know what one is, but we haven't found Dick
that's
yet.
true. Yeah, we gotta actually take it back.
Watch is one of the
So-
pieces. We don't have it.
So
That's
We don't know
the
what
best
the other
lead
5
we
are.
got though.
I will say this: as soon as Oak comes to, you watch him kind of dust himself off, and he will go into a corner of the room, and you will hear the most, I guess, the most enraged scream you have ever heard from 12-year-old Oak in his life so far. And he looks to you all with like tears in his eyes, specifically looking at like Laz. I am so sorry.
So
For what?
I apologize, but I'm gonna be that player. Oak used all his dice. Does he have side effects from that?
He's real mad.
You, Billy, notice maybe his rage is a side effect of pushing his ability. Other than that, Oak has no side effects from using the maximum power of his ability.
He's the most
Impressive.
powerful of us.
So I'm gonna go over to Oak, and I'm just gonna stand there as he screams. It's all right. We honestly didn't know what to expect on the other side.
Yeah, why are you apologizing?
We're
We were
all
right
of this
there. We were
from moment,
right.
all of this from moment one has been trying to piece together insane pieces.
And besides, like, you stopped time for 5 minutes. That's
Yeah.
fucking incredible. Are you kidding me? You didn't fail, man. It was just something that happened. Like, we ran out of time. We knew it was gonna happen at some point.
Well, hold on a second. Oak, I want you to take this the right way. You did fail.
Great, thank you.
But like
That's
but
wonderful.
but it's okay. I mean, yeah, you choked. We all choke. I lost a basketball game for us once because I missed 2 free throws, 2 right in a row. I put them right on the fucking screws.
I was fingertips away. If I had just touched one of you, I would have been able to give you at least a minute longer.
And you didn't. We're not going to stop being your friend or anything. It happens. It happens to everybody.
And maybe we can try
So
again.
when
Mhm.
Rosie's like, yeah, I want you to take this the right way, but you failed. I just look at her with like, skepticism and anger. Like, dude, he's 12. What the fuck?
Learning a hard lesson today. Like, but here, the way Rosie is seeing it, it doesn't do any good to pretend like he didn't fail. He did. But I think in your failures, it's okay to
Yeah, exactly.
like understand that failure is acceptable and
I
that it's
think
human,
what
and-
he's doing right now though is like he's eating himself up because every time he's used time in any case previous to this, nothing really, for the whole group, nothing good has come of it. Do you understand? Like in his eyes, like every time he's used time, I've used time, moved you back almost 100 and some years. I've used time. Like the time dilations that I have created are every time the outcome that I want never happens. So Oak is eating himself up right now because in his eyes, that's failure. Now he's on to 3 or 4.
Which I consider Billy insightful. I forget, what intuitive or something along those lines. Yeah, he's intuitive. So like he sees, this mindset of Oak, and despite the issues and shit, like 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds are fragile enough without all of the nonsense that our group has been going through. So to basically be like, "Yep, it's your fault. We didn't do what we're supposed to do." That is too much to put on a 12-year-old.
So, Carson got himself a hover car in the future. That's pretty cool. He's
that's
still
pretty cool.
driving.
Kitchen.
Good to see
He-
he's doing well.
I know
He
he's
didn't even
still
need to look
around.
at the road.
Hey,
So
Coop.
look,
All right, so
Coop.
my first question is
Come on.
Sophie's talking to Coop.
Oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, yes, Jay.
Sorry. Hey, Coop, come here. So while the rest of you are talking, Sophie just motions over to Coop. She's standing over by where the machinery is connected to the portals.
What's
You-
up?
This wasn't here before. She points to one.
What's she pointing at?
She's pointing at one of the consoles, and you see that there is a embedded in the piece of salvaged machinery what appears to be a crystal that is the same rough shape as the portal, and arranged around it are 10 circular crystals, and one of them is illuminated and is solid.
Like the crystals that were inside the watch that Coop doesn't know about?
No, the crystals that are all around this cave.
Oh, okay.
The sort of purplish crystals.
There were magic crystals or diamonds or something just for those,
Yeah.
reminding you guys inside the watch. But
That's a callback. Thank you, Tomiko. I honestly
Uh,
forgot about that. That's amazing.
Coop's gonna look and go, those are just like the cave. Those weren't there before?
No, and she reaches towards the one that's illuminated. And then suddenly she touches it. And all of you feel and hear that sudden harmonic resonance. It's discordant, it's out of tune, but you hear it sort of rise in pitch, and you see the portal rift goes zzz, and clear as day, you see the
Chrome City?
you see Chrome City and the Nexus Arena outside of the concert, as if frozen in time.
We can go back.
She goes and touches a different one of the crystals, and all of a sudden it goes and there's a loud squelching squeal that like somebody just shoved a microphone at a speaker, and she starts pressing a couple and it's squealing and screeching, and then she touches that one again and it
We
goes
call that button mashing back home.
She goes, I think this lets us go back to where we've already been. These other ones must be other places and times, which means Dad's in one of these. If that's not Seattle,
That was not Seattle.
could it have been Seattle?
Who could say? I mean, the population of my city is expanding pretty quickly for some reason.
And it was raining.
Last-
Rain equals Seattle.
Laz looks at Oak, and he puts his hand on his shoulder and he says, "See, you did it. I told you."
Well,
This'll work.
I guess, I mean, we can count that as a save game, I guess.
Yeah.
Something.
At least we have a frame of reference now. At least we kind of know what to expect.
Okay.
We have information.
Do we want to try to go back then?
So
Or
if we know where the watch is, and Coop, it sounded like you had like a great plan. We just need to try to go there,
Well,
right?
what is it? The watch formed, and I started to wear it when we were in the lighthouse in 1885.
Okay.
And then I had it up until I loaned it to Oak.
Yep.
Oak.
Sorry.
Oh my god, I forgot the fucking name. Maniac's Pizza.
Wow, you're incredible. You're like an encyclopedia.
Because that's when Oak started having the weird visions.
Yep. Algernon, all sorts of stuff. Yep.
Laz kind of nods. Yes. Well, I mean, I don't know
So,
about the rest of
like
you, but
any time between then and then, you just gotta find me and take it off of me. But if you do it before the stairs, there's a good chance that that kid's gonna die.
Well,
Okay.
we don't know. Are we saying these other little rocks could take us to another
To
place?
other timelines, yeah.
I don't know. Is one of them from where the prehistoric past? I can't remember the name of the exact era anymore.
Mr. Grumpy Pants? Probably from the Jurassic or Cretaceous, maybe?
Cretaceous. I think it's Cretaceous.
Okay.
It is.
Well,
One
wherever we go. Oh, I'm sorry.
One of these must go back to Mr. Grumpy Pants time.
Okay, I'd love to go there, but I really don't want to go there because I'm chubby and delicious.
Rosie kind of crosses her arms. She's like, well, I don't want to go there either, but I do kind of want to try out one of those other rocks.
But and she looks at you, Oak, if you can stop time like you did back there, can you speed time up?
I mean, yeah, I assume so.
Like if we find the way to Mr. Grumpy Pants,
yeah,
where he's from, and it's dangerous, could you speed
run the
up
clock
time
out
and get us out of there so we don't die?
Yeah, I mean, ideally that makes sense, but
can you do that right now though? Aren't you a little spent?
Oak, you feel fine.
I just needed a moment to breathe. Yeah, I'm okay.
So
we're gonna go to the land of the lost.
What do you mean speed it up so that we're all fine? Like,
so
usually when he stops time, there's like the time around us is stopped, but we could still do things.
Well,
I think what she means is that if we decided to go to the land of the lost, and we appeared, and there is a big guy ready to chomp on us, that Oak could just run out our timer really fast and send us back.
I could speed up the resonance so it would send us back here. Yeah.
Well,
because sure, he could pause time, but that doesn't do us a lot of good if he can only pause it for 3 seconds.
Especially if I can't run the 30 or 40 miles an hour that a T-Rex can run. Yeah, like, good luck.
Oh, good fact. Good dinosaur fact.
Yeah.
Dino facts.
Good dino fact.
Okay.
I don't think there's going to be any keys that we need in the dinosaur times.
All right. So we're playing crystal roulette then. We just pick one of
there were
these and
6.
hope we don't get that.
There's going to
one.
be 6 out of the 10. Yeah.
Okay, and there's 6 of us.
Yeah.
Can we figure out maybe what they are? Because, like, if one of them is the watch, couldn't we just figure out, like, what could possibly be time-related stuff that pertains to each of us? Ow, my head.
Well,
okay.
I'm pretty sure I know what Jess's is going to be.
I'm pretty sure I know what yours is, lass. We got to go back in there, and I think it might be the guitar you're looking for.
I think that might be one of the keys.
It's possible. we won't know until we're able to actually try it.
So would we, be able to make brains checks to, make an educated guess there, Jake?
An educated. What are you trying to guess?
What, if we're looking for a time-related element for each of the characters.
I don't think we were looking for a time-related element for each of the characters. I think they were keys, but was it time-related for all of us, or was it just like a significant object?
I made that assumption, but
I think
it certainly
the one
doesn't have
was
to be so.
I thought the one was like the watch. That was the time key, and the rest of us have
key.
different
Everything
keys.
you have different. Everybody's going to have a different style.
Billy-
key that-
Laz's key might be the
Matchup.
music key. or
Billy, don't
whatever.
you have a thing that you can just spend adversity tokens and know something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Intuitive.
do it.
But it is the wording is like I can ask a question of an NPC.
Well,
Oh.
I'm allowing you to use it. If you want to spend the 2 tokens, I will tell you. I will provide legitimate clarification for what you're trying to figure out.
Absolutely, please do so.
I'm not going to solve it for you, but I'm going to give you
That's
some
fine.
clarification.
Oh, in the interest of honesty, did you already take away the
I
token
did not.
that I used earlier?
I did not. So I'm going to take 3 tokens away, which will take us down to 44. So I just got to fix the...
Integrity.
Thank you.
Honor system.
What did I say? 43? So...
43 is what
Or
you
44, actually, is what you'd be... Because you were at
said.
47.
44, correct.
So you'll get 2 more. Okay. So using your intuition, Billy, and thinking about what Dr. K said, you realize, at least as far as you can understand, Dr. K said that this time portal is intrinsically connected to each one of you, or rather you are connected to it. You will have to find 6 keys if you hope to have any success in stopping the Nexus project. Then he told you that Kenny Cooper had found one of the keys, had stumbled across the identification of one of the keys. As near as you can tell, there is no direct correlation between the different timelines and the location of keys themselves. What you know is that the time portal and its locations are somehow tied to all of you, and you to it. As evidence, most notably, by 6 key locations standing out related to each and every one of you. I will give you one additional piece of information of that. There were 6 locations. One of them was a combined location. But there were 5 locations really, that were keyed to all of you. There
In
was
Chrome
no...
City.
There were in Chrome City. There was no location that was keyed to Sophie.
Correct. Yeah. So perhaps we need to, get the clue of each in Chrome City and find the keys throughout one of the other 9 places,
That makes sense.
which would mean there's 3 dud zones, probably one of which is frickin' dinosaur times.
Yeah. So, do you think we should go back to Chrome City until we find our keys, or what our keys are, and
I
then...
think that might be smart. At least I could manage to help control time and give you guys some more time to figure things out.
So I think we have to, make sure that, we're all bringing our A game. We're all, ready to do whatever's necessary.
I don't have anything but an A game, Billy.
Yeah, except when you tell a 12-year-old they failed.
Oh, sorry, because he didn't. He succeeded. Oh, wait a minute. He didn't. and it's okay. And I put my hand on Oak's shoulder. I'm like, and it's okay. We still love you, and that's a part of life.
Yeah, I understand. But hey, round 2.
Let's fucking go, dude.
Intent.
So, do you need rest before you're going to be able to do that? Because I know you pushed pretty hard.
As of right now, no. I'm fine and I'm angry.
Hell yes! Hell yes!
I'm fine and I'm angry.
I go to like chest bump Oak, and I probably knock him down.
Coop.
Yes.
If we go back to Chrome City, how are we gonna find Dad?
I don't think your dad's in Chrome City, Sophie.
I know.
I think our dad's in Seattle.
That's what I'm trying to say. They want to
if
go.
Oak can
They want to go
overhear
back to
this-
Chrome City. You specifically went off kind of away from the group, and
Oh,
then
okay, yeah. I just want to make sure that if he could hear it or not.
Sophie is
I-
kind of talking quietly to Coop right now, unless somebody specifically comes up or sees them talking. But she's just saying, they all want to go back to Chrome City, and you guys are now trying to find some kind of keys. But what does any of that have to do with finding Dad?
Well, it means that at some point we're gonna have to go through the Seattle portal, and that's where we're gonna find him, Sophie. Maybe we need the keys to unlock the different places.
Yeah, maybe you're right. That was a brains check for Sophie. She rolled a 1.
If it makes you feel any better, I don't really want to go back to Chrome City either. It was crowded and loud and very bright.
There was that one building that looked like something I've seen in books of, like, Athens, Greece, that had your name on it. Something about really neat rocks and other stuff or something.
Yeah, that's wild because that implies that I grow up to be important important enough to have a building or rich enough to build a building.
It said memorial on it.
Well, yeah.
But also, is it Chrome City like 300 years from now?
I don't know. I'm surprised you even know what Chrome is, Sophie.
I can read. I saw the sign.
Yeah, it's in the future. It's far in the future, even from us, and even more so for you. Which is why, if you were trying to get the console to go to what year did we say? 1972. Seattle, 1972.
72,
Yeah, something like
72,
that.
yeah.
So if you were trying to get the console to go to 1972, something went horribly wrong.
There's no numbers or dials or anything, and until we went through and came back, there wasn't even this. And she points at the crystal display. I guess
Normally, you know who would probably have the best idea about all this? Oak. But he's a little beside himself right now.
he seemed really mad.
He's big mad, yeah.
So, yes, if everybody wants to go back here, we can try. And she presses the button, the crystal, and the resonance changes, still discordant, but you all see Chrome City frozen in the moment that you left.
Laz is going to stride through.
I'll go with him.
I need
Yep.
everybody to roll a d10. And how many I think you're up to 2 bonus d10s, Jeremy, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Because you had one explode last time.
Yes.
So, and I
You
said
said
that gives you
that I should
that
get
gives you a
3.
bonus. So everybody throw your numbers in chat, please.
Just would like you all to know, I have rolled 3 different dice tonight. 3. A D4, a D6, and a D10. All of them have been 1s. Hey, Ted, twinning is winning.
Well, maybe it's because we've got the dual
Em, you rolled a
the dual
10.
stadium.
Yes, we have the dual stadium.
That explodes.
Yeah, I got a 5.
You will now be permanently rolling 1 additional d10 whenever I call for these resonance
Ooh,
rolls.
I like this system.
So make a note of that. So you rolled a 10, then a 5.
Yep.
So 15, 20, 21, 22, 31.
Do I get that thing like an Ether Nexus where I get a superpower now
No.
and then something terrible happens?
Nope.
Okay.
Jeremy, what'd you
Damn it.
get to add to 31?
So one of the D10s rolled a 10 again.
Okay.
And I got
Wow.
a total of 26.
So that puts us at 31 and 26 is 57. You're now at 3 d10 bonus going forward. And we're at 57, which is going to put you into the next stability bracket.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yes.
What is the process for what it is that we're rolling this dice? Are we like touching the machine and trying to sync with it, or?
Well, I asked you to do that last time, and you all described what you did. Jeremy or Laz was playing a note on a guitar. I honestly don't remember what each of you was doing. So you can try different things, but this, I will say, the outcome is better by a factor of almost 10, putting you into the next higher resonance. Oh wait. Somebody roll, because you're going back to a place you've already been. I will roll a d10. Okay, that puts you from, what was it, 57?
Yep.
That puts
63.
you up to 63. That puts you up into another bracket. Because you're returning, this part doesn't stack, but when you return to a place that you've already been, you get a bonus d10 for stability. So that puts you into the next level. What this means is you will not have to roll for time. You have real time 1 hour in the new in Chrome City.
Oh my god. Yes. That's awesome. That is awesome. That's great.
What are you all doing to harmonize and come do so much better by a factor of about 15, almost 20?
Oh.
So last time, Jessica didn't participate because she was.
Oh, that's right, you
Just-
didn't.
No, because she was so like. Her
Stunned.
brain was like she was a flutter. I don't. But she is in it now, very focused, and so I think seeing the others, I think she's gonna tap into the focus. And now this might be very dangerous for Jessica, but when she used to contact Anne through the mirror, there's a certain level of focus and ability that she felt within herself to be able to kind of talk to and contact Anne. And I'm thinking that she's just looking into this like almost like iridescent surface, and she finds herself just naturally doing that again, of looking into the surface and
Mhm.
focusing, using that energy.
Make a grit check.
Oh
Oh, yeah.
God, you did this to yourself, Em.
I did. I totally 100%.
This
did.
might be dangerous.
Oh, you mean a
8.
live wire? I could touch it?
Oh,
8.
8.
Yeah, 8.
As you do this, the sense of familiarity, there's suddenly, just for a moment, a brief flashback of a very young Jessica trying to get away from her parents who are arguing. She sits down at the top of the stairs and she looks at the mirror that's on the landing down below her. And she sees her reflection smile back at her and say, "Hi." And it just blasts for just a moment.
Oh.
Next. Resonate.
I think Rosie, honestly, like Rosie's athleticism is like her only thing. So she would just sort of like, is the portal like shimmering and doing its thing?
Yeah, it's more stable because it's a place you've been, but it's still got those moments of
Rosie
static.
would like bend down, kind of like she's in like starter blocks, and then like go, and then like stick her butt up in the air and launch and just sprint as hard as she can into the portal. Her form is perfect.
I think there's this moment of, as you do that, it's very super high definition, super slow motion. Like hearing the crack of the starter gun, and suddenly we see the explosion of Rosie's muscles. That moment when you first exert yourself and all of your muscles tighten up, but it's in super slow motion. So for a moment, Rosie looks super buff as you start to move forward, and you just begin to sort of push like surface tension on water into this portal. Next. Okay, Chad, that's good. Flash stance.
Amazing.
Yeah, so I think that Oak he's already made his peace with what happened, so there's this moment where he takes his hand and like turning the hands of a clock, he rotates it, and as he's doing so, it's like he can feel, it's as if he's turning the dials of a watch, and he's aligning it to be the perfect time to allow him to walk through.
I think as you do that, the image through the portal, it looks like a 1980s VCR has been paused on the scene that you left behind. The tracking's off. It's a little staticky. The image is wavering.
Got a little bit of the little fuzzies.
Yeah, and as
the lines.
As you sort of tune, we see that image sort of ghost out for a moment, and then it turns into a stable image of that moment in time. Next.
So Billy, albeit distracted, he attempts the control he learned, from trying to resist the temptations of transformation.
You become once more very aware that you are now only about 2 days away where you stand on Paradise Island in 1855, 2 days away from a full moon. But as you focus in on this, there's something that shifts, and for a moment you almost feel yourself as if you're falling through the portal. That feeling when you're nodding off to sleep and you feel yourself fall asleep, and you suddenly jerk awake. And it's your focus shifting away from the 1855 moon of South Manitou Island to the 2185 moon of Chrome City.
And
you realize
what phase is that currently? But
you realize that it is one day from a full moon in Chrome City.
Okay.
Next up, I think it's Coop and Laz that are left.
Yeah, I can go. I think Laz has gotten his busted guitar again. And it worked pretty well the first time, so he's going to just do the same thing again. But this time, instead of sitting down and tuning, which he's already tuned this thing, he envisions what he saw in the arena. The stands filled with people, the band's name on every marquee and every t-shirt, and the image of himself on stage playing a song he's never heard before that he knows was his. And he focuses on the music, and he tries his best to recreate the song that he was playing on stage.
Excellent.
That's awesome, dude. That is awesome.
There is, as you're staring at this moment frozen in time, as Oak fine-tunes the image, you begin to hear that note that's drawn as if the sound itself is just lingering, and you're able to tune in using that note. You're tuning in you're harmonizing with your own guitar playing from the future. Leaving Coop, how do you synchronize?
I don't think Coop really does. Like, he's distracted. He's talking to Sophie, and then he just kind of looks out of the corner of his eye, and Rosie's sprinting towards the frickin' portal, and he's like, what's going on? Wait, what's happening? And other people are like being pulled into the portal or hopping in voluntarily or whatever is happening. And
I think Oak would be staring at you as he's holding this open, basically. Time to go, buddy.
We just got back.
Yeah. Well, if we want to keep going, we gotta find what we need.
Are you coming with us, Sophie?
Sophie looks at you and says, "We'll do this together," as she puts her hand in yours.
Okay, let's go.
As you all step through the portal, I need Billy and Rosie to each roll me a d10.
It's my first non-1 of the night. I got a 9.
I thought you were going to say 2.
dude, seriously?
I need Rosie.
Did you get a 9 as well?
Synchronized swimming.
I need
baby.
Rosie and Billy to
Synchronized
each roll a
swimming.
d10.
We're not gonna tie again. We're both gonna get a 5 this time. Here we go. Ooh, I got a 6.
7.
Oh.
Okay, well, I was looking for a low number.
Oh.
As you all move into the portal, you feel the weight of the portal. You feel the presence of the portal. This sudden shifting of time and place. You're leaving behind the world you were in. You're discorporating from it. You're feeling yourself being both unwritten and rewritten simultaneously. And Rosie, as you take off from those starting blocks and time begins to stutter and shift and move at a faster pace, you get the sensation as if one of your laces has come undone, and you begin to trip, and you hear static as you're moving in through the portal. And then you hear suddenly, clear as day,
Rosie, 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 unshakable Rosie. How can't hurt me. He's unbreakable. Tell me, how's your mother?
And suddenly, you stumble forward onto the hard, wet pavement outside the arena as crowds of people are screaming, and you all find yourself once again in Chrome City, outside the Nexus Arena, as everybody is cheering and screaming to get into Lazarus 5.0, the reboot tour, live tonight only. The head of the roadies handing stuff off waves you over, Laz.
He immediately jogs that direction.
This guy, he's a big, heavy-set guy. He's got a receding hairline, big, thick mustache. He's wearing a some kind of a digital collar or tattoo. You can't quite tell. That it actually creates a holographic image that makes it look like his head is separated from his shoulders. Like there's this gap. And then it's kind of looks like there's almost like Matrix code dribbling out of it. Some kind of 2185 Chrome City tattoo. Listen, just because I described him as beardless, this is not a Jake.
Okay.
He, as you are approaching him, lads and others, he kind of jogs the last 10 or 12 feet over to you, which you get the sense is probably the most distance he's jogged in the last several months. As he goes, "What are you doing out here? I told you. You gotta stop walking the crowds before the concert. Somebody is gonna recognize you."
It's
Okay.
yes.
Maybe I should just go
Look.
backstage.
You got less than an hour before the show. Are they all with you?
Yeah, they're with me.
He raises his fingers up and lets out a sharp whistle, and you see a woman come running over. She's wearing like some kind of a red what's the word I'm looking for?
Is she wearing a puffy vest without sleeves?
Jogging.
No. It's
okay.
latex. That's the
That
word I
seems
was looking
future.
for.
Oh,
It's like a latex
okay.
type jacket with like sleeves rolled up. It's embellished with lots of chrome. She's got different digital tattoos that are moving across the exposed area of her where her V-neck is, and then on her arms, and she's also holding some kind of a data pad. She comes over and she kind of tilts her head. Her hair's shaved completely on one side. The rest of it is in this brilliant blue, kind of pulled up into spiky, going all over the place. And she's chomping away on gum, and she goes, "What is it?" "Passes. They're all going to need passes. They're with him." "You got to stop doing this. People need to be on the list if you're going to bring them in. It's fine. It's fine." And she goes, come on. She starts motioning to everybody. She goes up to you, Jessica. And she looks at you, Jessica, and she kind of pauses for a moment, and she goes, "I like it. Very retro. This whole thing you got going on." And she takes her data pad and she makes a swipe motion. And you feel a little bit of pressure, Jessica, on below your neck, and you all see a digital backstage pass appear. And then she goes up to each one of you and transfers these passes to you, and each one of you now have a digital backstage pass, all access. "Well, don't just stand there. Get going. You're going to stand out here for too much longer. They're going to see you. And we're going to have a hard time holding them back."
Do you know of any kind of keys
He points at the backstage passes. That's all the keys they're going to need. You're Lazarus. What kind of keys do you need, man? Get back there. Get ready.
All right.
And don't
Okay.
worry. She's waiting for you in your dressing room. Just like before every show.
I think real quick, Rosie has been very kind of distant for this last minute. And then all of a sudden when she goes, she's waiting for you, Rosie goes, shoom, like a rat focus over at last.
And I think there's an audible, noise.
Yeah.
It's Claire.
If it's okay, if it's fucking Claire, I quit. Carrie is quitting the game.
All right.
Amazing.
Laz looks back at Rosie. What should I do? I mean,
we gotta go.
okay.
We gotta go in there and not do anything else.
I just need.
Gotta go in there and
I
steal a
think-
guitar. I know.
Right.
Yeah.
That's gotta be my key, right? I mean, that makes sense.
I'm sure it is. Well, it's either that or a skateboard. But I mean, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Okay. All right. So, we
could
I
go
guess we're
into
going this
your
way.
dressing room and then look around. I'm sure there's some fucking tchotchke in there that's your thing.
It's the future. Maybe the guitar becomes a skateboard.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
Okay.
Let's
A
go. Let's go right
hoverboard.
now.
Yeah.
Wait,
At that.
It doesn't exist yet,
Off.
does it?
Oh, what?
No, it does. It'd be an 85. It would be
Okay.
85. So yeah, you'd be fine.
Yeah. And then Laz is off. He's gonna try to find this dressing room. And he'll even act like, I mean,
Do we go with
he'll act
him?
like
Can we can go with him, right?
You,
We
you have all
I would
access
insist.
backstage passes. We see this sort of not really a montage, but it's basically handheld camera moving in amongst all of you, steady cam shot, as you're moving in through the backstage door, and it's suddenly you're backstage. It's every concert footage, behind the scenes video you've ever seen, throngs of people, the spectacle that is Lazarus 5.0. You are seeing some things that you can't even explain. There is, at one point, there is somebody dressed up in a futuristic version of a ringmaster's outfit, and there is a holographic elephant balancing on a ball. You go through another area, and there's a woman wearing a red, white, and blue spandex suit with a helmet, and she's on a red, white, and blue painted what looks like a speeder bike from Return of the Jedi. And there's a long stretch with a ramp, and she's discussing with somebody about how hot the flame should be on the flaming hoop.
Oh my God.
You at one point walk past 3 monkeys that are just leaning against the wall smoking. It's
2 random people making out.
there are people
all of
making
it.
out everywhere.
Everywhere.
I mean, it's not quite Eyes Wide Shut here. It's more like it's
fun.
it's like high school in between classes. People are just making out in the corners, and you guys are just kind of moving through all of these scenes, and periodically somebody who looks like they're with the organizational staff, they just kind of nudge you in the right direction, Laz, and kind of almost like traffic direct all of you. And
I think while we're making our way there, Laz is definitely going to try to score either a drink or a smoke, if not both.
Amazing.
try to
Probably
score.
have a patsy following
Define-
you around with
define
with
try
a
to
virtual
score.
clipboard,
Yes.
waiting to get you things.
Yeah, I mean, like if there is an opportunity to get a drink of some kind or a smoke, he's
There
going to
are
take it on
multiple
the way there.
people that have drinks, smokes, strange devices that they're not they're not using any kind of flame with, just rectangular devices that they inhale off of, and a cloud of vapor shoots out into the air,
so
illuminated
it's like a vapor.
with
We should shorten
yeah.
that into something. Okay.
Yeah, they call them apostrophe ores.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Or.
Yeah, I mean, it's as simple as just taking one from somebody. And all of a sudden you've got a drink and a smoke in hand, and suddenly you're all led down a corridor where there's a lot less people and a lot less activity, and you find yourself standing before a green door with a brass handle.
Oh.
There's a sign on the door that is it's an LED sign, and it currently displays Lazarus 5.0, and then you just see constantly relighting LAZ.
Oh my god, that's so fucking cool.
What are you gonna do?
I mean, he kind of like stops for a second when he realizes that it's a green door with a brass handle. He kind of stops and looks at the rest of the group. All right. And he reaches for the handle and turns it.
Mm-hmm.
You turn the knob, the door opens. You enter into a room that it's almost like you've stepped through another time portal, but you know you've just stepped into a room that is decked out according most likely to some complex rider for the concert venue. It's like stepping back into the 1980s with elements of other times that you don't quite know. You tell me, what do you think Laz's dressing room in 2085 for Lazarus 5.0 looks like? And then I'm going to add something.
Is it 2085 or 2185?
2185.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And cryo sleep.
So I think the couch against one wall is a functioning couch, but it is also an aquarium.
Oh my god.
And
wow.
There is a table like spread in front of the like a coffee table. And I think that it looks like almost two very stylized sculptures that are kind of Art Deco, where like the woman that has her arms back and has wings. And there's two women that are kind of like facing opposite directions, and one of them is like angelic and the other is demonic, and they're both like holding the surface of the table above them.
Wow.
I think that there is a fully stocked bar in one corner, and it's filled with a rainbow hue of glowing bottles because the entire thing is lit from underneath. There's a vanity against one wall that has a pretty sizable mirror and has neon, like brilliant neon lights all the way around it. There's a chair with a long, like black velvet jacket, like draped over the back of it, that has an enormous plume of like digital feathers around like the nape of the neck. And they're all the colors of like a peacock. So it's like brilliant blues and greens and golds. Yeah.
That's good.
That's it.
That's good. There's one other thing in the room. She is here waiting for you. next to the couch, very fully illuminated from a light source coming from the top, in a case custom designed for her, is the most incredible guitar you have ever seen in your life. It is awesome. Equal parts gleaming chrome and shining wood elements. There are pieces to this guitar that you don't understand. Technology that exists in 2185 that don't make any sense. There's technical readouts on it, holographic displays, but along the lower edge of it, clearly illuminated where you can see it, there is etched into the wood is an image of a baseball bat with a rose curling around it, and it is illuminated with some type of laser lighting that you've never seen before. You find yourself drawn to this guitar. The rest of you are just kind of standing there as the camera pans around and we see Laz moving forward. And as you approach Laz, you all are suddenly startled when you hear a voice say, "Huh. Gotta say, I didn't believe him when he said you'd show up."
Oh.
Over in the shadows by the bar, we see the glow of a tobacco cigarette.
Oh.
The first one that you've seen in this area, since entering Chrome City. You can almost hear the tobacco and the paper sizzling.
You probably smell too, like it's like a different smell than every other smell.
And then he puts the cigarette out on the bar, grabs a glass, and you hear the ice clinking inside. He takes a drink, sets it down, and steps forward into the light. And it looks like Laz, but not. It looks like somebody described Laz, and then an artist drew him, and then somebody described that to somebody, and so on and so forth. You see elements of Laz. You see the same facial features, but this is a Laz that has spanned 8 generations. This Laz is effectively your great grandson.
Probably not that
he's
many
okay, I
greats.
guess.
It's like it's 150 years down the road.
It's wild that in that line, not a single one of them was like, I don't want to do what my dad did.
Nope. It's a family business.
Once a musician, always a musician.
In the blood. Hollywood's full of Nepo babies.
He walks forward and looks at all of you. And as he looks around at all of you, he stops for a moment, looking at you, Jessica. And then he kind of shakes his head, and then he looks over at you, Rosie. And he goes, "It's her, isn't it?" As he looks at you, Laz.
Like I think I might know who you are, maybe, or who you're supposed to be, but like, what are you talking about? It's her.
It's Rosie.
Yeah, it's Rosie.
I can tell. Listen. I'm skeptical. I've always been skeptical. I gotta kind of see something before I'm gonna believe it, you know?
Okay, yeah.
But there was something about this story that's been passed down with that guitar. generation after generation. I added a few modifications, a few little bells and whistles, but I'm not going to tell you about them. You're going to have to figure those out for yourself. There was a part of me that didn't believe any of it was true. Time portals. The Nexus Project being involved in everything. And somehow, somebody, one of my ancestors, is involved in all of it. And can put an end to the Nexus Project. You can understand why I was skeptical.
Yeah, it sounds pretty wild. But it's true. I mean, I hope it's true. Like,
Guess it
these are
doesn't
my
matter.
friends. And like, you wouldn't believe the things that they're capable of.
Well, I know the
Like,
stories.
if anybody can do it, it's this group of people right here. And we're damn sure motivated to try.
You got a lot of work to do. If what he said is true, and well, I'm inclined now to believe that if he was right about this, then maybe he was telling the truth about everything.
Who's he? What are you talking about?
You don't get to know that. Not yet. I even think of telling you who he is. This could all come crashing down. Again, those were his words. But seeing you all standing here before me, maybe there's something to it all.
Rosie silently wonders if the voice she heard on the way in was he, but she doesn't say anything right now.
So are these family stories passed down from generation to generation?
It always goes back generations. Back to a time, I want to say, well, this is me. I'm suddenly trying to remember when the first album was. I think it was in the 1960s.
It was.
When Jeannie Eccles first formed the band Lazarus. There was something about her. Something about her connection to everything. She seemed to, well, the music that she wrote and that she played was, damn it if it wasn't prophetic. And we've been chasing that for generations. Did you know that Lazarus was almost dead?
The band or the guy?
Laz kind of looks at Rosie like,
I don't know.
Good question. Good question. You're all right.
Thank you. Thanks.
I didn't believe. I didn't want to believe, and for a time I thought it was ridiculous. And I was just going to quit the whole thing. I don't know. Started having these dreams and couldn't shake it, and I had a whole album's worth, 2 albums worth of songs start coming out of these dreams, and before we knew it, the reboot tour, and here we are.
Well, if the family line is anything like our Laz here, then it's going to be like every other tale that goes throughout history. Some of it's going to be accurate, some of it's going to be exaggerated, and some of it's going to be not all the truth.
but yeah,
Fair assessment, Laz?
yeah, I think so. I mean, I have memories of my mom very different than the woman that made Lazarus into a thing. Like, and both of them are true, you know, in my head at the same time. And I don't know which one is the right one anymore. I know which one I prefer. So, yeah, I think that this was, like intended to happen. This was destiny, right? Somebody who told you that I'd be coming, and we need this guitar. What you got, Billy?
So, do we need to just take the guitar and go? Like, it seems like the last time we were here, we were all in a rush, and now we're standing around having a slow-ass conversation rather than trying to get to all the other places we still have to get to.
Oak kind of like would pipe out of that. I think we gotta but yeah, we should probably get going relatively soon.
Listen, you still got, and he looks up and you see up on the wall in the room is a holographic display that reads 33, 42, 41, 40. You still got over a half an hour before you got to go.
Yeah, and we can get places within seconds, typically.
Or...
No, he's right.
Or... I'm supposed to go on stage in the next few minutes.
Oh my God.
I got a whole concert
Laz.
to do. Why don't you open the show?
Laz, you should do it.
But if we gotta go, like...
We don't have to go right now.
We can always come back.
Laz, it's once in a lifetime. You have to do it.
He doesn't even know how to play that guitar.
He knows how to play guitar. I'm sure he could figure it out.
I said he doesn't know how to play that guitar. Do you really want to go on stage and fiddle around on an instrument with all the extra dials and bells and whistles that you don't know how to use?
Do it, Laz.
I mean,
Don't think
yeah,
about what's the worst that could happen. It's what's the best that could happen. What if you're a fucking stud? I mean, I know you're a fucking stud, but well, you know what I mean.
Laz, and if it doesn't go well, you're never gonna be back here again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Believe this. We're really gonna use this time for that. I walk out of the room. I can't believe this. We
Listen.
We just went from calling the 12-year-old a failure because he didn't give us an extra minute, and we've spent a half hour in this fucking room.
Laz, I take him by the shoulders. I said, "Don't worry about Billy. He's on his period or something. Just fucking go. Do it. Play like your life depends on it. You can do it."
Laz grabs the guitar.
This is gonna be metal as fuck.
And he looks at you and he just says, "Play the first song. Run off stage. And hand me the guitar and I'll take it from there. Don't worry. You'll have what you need." Now you're going to need to get going. They're going to have to hook you into the harness.
The harness. Oh my God. Is there some backstage place we can watch old Laz, please? Because I would love like a front row seat here.
They start leading you all backstage to the actual stage. And Laz, you're pulled off to the side and stagehands start putting this harness on you and hooking some straps up to you. And the rest of you, different stagehands start handing you instruments. And they go, "Don't worry. You don't have to know how to play this. Just stand there and look like you know what you're doing. And if you're not sure what to do, just look up at him. And 2185 Chrome City Laz walks over to Billy. He puts his arm around you. And he goes, hey, man. Why you being a dick?
Hey, man. Hey, buddy.
You have no idea the things that we've gone through and the things that we've done. And just a scant hour or so ago, it's too much.
I know. I'm starting to see more and more how this is all clicking into place. The dreams, the songs. I freaking wrote the song Chasing After the Keys. You think I don't know what you're doing? And you think I don't know what you're doing?
What do you know about the keys?
Forget the keys. You'll be lucky if you get your hands on a key. He's waiting for you.
Who is he?
Not the he that I said you can't know about.
The lowercase h, he. Sorry.
The one that calls himself Algernon. All I know is the name.
No idea where he is.
He knows where you are. And he points over to a wall where, even with all of the sci-fi technical tech stuff that's everywhere, there's still a handwritten set list taped to the wall over here. And you see he points at a handful of the songs, and he points down near the end of the set list is a track called Algernon is Waiting.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's about that point that, Laz, you feel the harness pulling taut, and you are lifted up into the air. Now,
so does the stagehands try and give me an instrument as well?
They hand you a saxophone.
That's awesome. Yes. Is it just like not futury legit real?
It's a
saxophone?
straight up brass
That's
saxophone.
fucking awesome, dude. It's
Like-
a timeless instrument.
So does Coop have a cowbell or a tambourine?
Oh my god.
I
I want a keytar.
was gonna say, I think Coop is probably set in front of some keyboards.
Oh my god, I take it
Jessica
back. I
is
don't
given a
want keys.
tambourine.
Drums. I get drums.
Like Laz's mom.
Gotta let the rage out. In some
Ew.
way, shape, or
Why did
form.
you make that connection?
I mean, if Coop's arm had
I
been
see.
thrown back, maybe he should have been the drummer.
I see.
that's
Yeah, Def Leppard.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
I see this Rosie starting to move towards a drum kit, and somebody comes up and they just go, sweetie, that's not for you. And they hand you a gleaming ruby red keytar.
Oh fuck yeah, dude. That's amazing. I'm like, thank you. I
And they go,
this is the better choice.
listen, you can press all the keys you want. Nothing's plugged in. This is all for show. But this one right here, just make sure you're not pointing it at anybody within 20 feet.
Why?
Fire, baby.
Oh, and I'm so fucking excited. As soon as the show starts, I'm pushing that fucker.
And Oak. I don't know enough about whether instruments are left.
Let's
you
see, drums, bass.
nope. You
Um.
you are given a theremin.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
Yeah, bro. Yes. Let's
Heck yeah.
go.
This is 2185. There's futuristic guitar, guitars, tambourine, saxophone, keyboards, and a theremin. I don't know what Lazarus 5.0 sound is, but
Eclectic. Somebody's got to have a bagpipe.
for the
somewhere.
next few minutes,
Electric bagpipes.
Yes.
For the next few minutes, I would like all of you to describe. We'll start with. Actually, I think we're going to end with Laz. But I want each of you to add an element to this from the time you're on stage and the lights are down and the crowd is cheering. Think of every concert you've ever seen or every concert you've been to, and now imagine what it would be like in 2185 as seen through the eyes of people from the 1980s. And in whatever order you want to go, but ending with Laz, I'm going to stop the clock.
Oh.
And you're going to describe the opening of this concert.
Holy shit, you stopped it at 24:42?
That was just pure
That's a
chance.
palindrome.
Yeah, perfect.
That's why
That's good
I
luck.
commented.
That's good.
I'll go ahead.
Um,
I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and
Are you
start.
gonna
So
start?
I
All right,
imagine.
go ahead.
Oh, may I? Or did you have something?
I had something, but by all means.
Okay. Mine's a very short thing anyway. So I imagine like the start of the show, like it goes like some like big heavy hit, right? And the lights flash, and Rosie sees her fucking opportunity. And when the bow wow hits again, she hits that button, just points it straight into the air, like over the crowd, kind of the fore stage. I don't know stage words. And I just hit that button twice, and I imagine it shoots a gout of flame. The apron. Thank you, Jeremy. And just kind of, and yeah, there's pyrotechnics. It's the
Very
tits.
much.
All right. I've never described Billy as musically inclined, but I can only gather using the revised element of growing up wealthy that he has a layer of memories that has some kind of musical training. So when he notes, like, because obviously he's not completely playing this instrument. I think we're faking along, but when it's clear like there's a saxophone break, he's totally gonna like step to the forefront and wolf out.
As we're realizing in the side chat, I so consciously gave you the saxophone, I think, because of Teen Wolf.
Perfect. Hell yeah.
Whatever, I'm here for it.
Hell yeah.
But I feel like, if Lazarus is, supposed to be this, metal AF kind of thing, I don't think I could do any more metal than, transforming into a werewolf, on stage.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Next up.
I imagine that over at the piano, what is it? Coop and Sophie are both at the piano, and he starts in like he's gonna try to teach her chopsticks. But I think it would be hilarious if Sophie just like sat down and actually knows how to play.
Just
I was gonna say
cracks
Sophie's of a different
Fucking-
time, and I think absolutely Sophie knows how to
Fucking
play.
Bust out some Scott Joplin, like ragtime.
There's a weird bridge in this song that's never been in this song before. And the
For a
audience goes
moment-
fucking nuts.
For a moment, whatever song is playing, it's the break when Beethoven is playing at the end of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. But it's Sophie just full on just getting into it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's awesome. That's great, dude.
That leaves Jess and Oak.
I think Oak, given the theremin, he's never played this instrument in his life. And there's a moment where like he's just testing it. He's just testing the waters backstage before they go on. He's like, all right, this sounds like this.
I'm going to interject
Okay, I think
just
you're
for
good.
1 second, because as you're testing it,
Yeah.
that's the that Rosie described at the beginning. The build up as you all move onto the stage is you're back there just going, what? How do I do? And out in the main amphitheater in the concert hall, everybody's hearing.
Losing their fucking minds.
And yeah, they are just going nuts.
Yes.
my
Continue.
God.
And then so I think at that point it has wheels on it and it like rolls out with him. He's like sitting so he can like sit in front of this thing. And he just starts and he's just like, wherever you go, I'm gonna listen and I'm gonna go with it. Like, doesn't matter. I'm just gonna make it up as I go along. And he starts with that heavy bass, and then it's like there's this moment of where he wants to like drop into a higher note, and then all of a sudden he takes his hand and cuts across the open space and it drops down into that high note and then pulls right back up, like almost like a high heavy guitar rip. And he's like, oh, that's fucking cool. And he just like loses it as a kid and just starts playing around with the theremin.
That's awesome.
Jessica.
I think, as with most teenagers, when they're nervous or uncomfortable with something, they try and act like they're too cool for it.
Wow.
As Jessica's kind of half-heartedly tapping this tambourine. But then, you know what? I think throughout, like, she is finding herself getting into it. And she starts, moving and smiling, and I think as she gets more comfortable with it and more into the music, you can see that she actually she gets that sneer off of her face and actually just lets go and moves with this very eclectic music, I'm sure.
And
That's awesome.
as
Does
you're
she bring in any of her like cheerleader,
Oh,
gymnastics or any of that kind of stuff?
Maybe, yeah. I think that I don't know that she would feel that this is the vibe. I think Jessica's probably pretty shy when it comes to things that she's not comfortable with. So no, I think that she would like just she's definitely using some of the moves you would see, but I think that she's having fun with it. Yeah.
So one thing you notice is that where you're standing, sort of, I imagine off to the side and front on stage, there's a whole section of teenage girls that they're kind of also looking a little disinterested. And as you get a little more into it, Jessica, you see them holding up these kind of devices, these hollow pads, and you see flashes of light, but then where one of them will take a picture of you, you see them do something, and then they point it at themselves, and like a scan goes, and their entire hair and outfit changes to match you.
And they become her?
And within like the first couple minutes, there's at least a dozen girls that are all almost identically dressed, having synthesized your style. And that they are like full on cheering in time with the tambourine. And now, Jeremy,
that's amazing.
all you know is that you have this amazing guitar and you are high up in the sky, and they've all been leading into your moment. What does that look like?
First, I have to point out Chad's.
I just saw
Synthicus.
it. Oh no!
It fucking killed me.
Synthicus. Hey, listen, I love that word a whole lot better than Wetsica.
Yeah, Wetsica makes me physically uncomfortable.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'd order a Synthica. That sounds creepy. I regret saying that.
Yeah. Let's move past that.
I'd watch that movie. Let me put it that way. I didn't mean it to sound anything
It's a
like
small
that.
step up.
I take that back. I'm going to red light myself on that. Jeremy.
Okay. Yeah. So I think, like all good future music, it builds and it builds and it builds and it builds. And then there's like a total and complete silence. And then the moment that the beat drops for the next stanza, a hover motorcycle descends from the back of the house, high above the crowd, and all you can see is just the neon trim that kind of traces the outer like shapes of the motorcycle. And held high above his head is the guitar itself, but there's a glowing holographic image that's kind of overlaid over it, and it looks like he is carrying a staff, like a giant magical staff that is glowing with neon colors. And as this thing descends down towards the stage, the music, starts to swell up again. No guitar at this point yet. And he continues downwards, and at some point he leaps off of this motorcycle, spreading his arms out, and begins to free fall towards the crowd as the motorcycle bursts into flames behind him.
Yes.
And he falls downwards, and that's when the harness that he was hooked into activates, and it causes a little bit of a glide to kind of happen, as it carries him downward towards the stage, where he lands like on one knee and one foot with the first strum of the actual guitar. And then complete silence as he stands up. This long coat with its feathers comes to life, and he begins playing in earnest.
Oh, my God, dude. I would pay
you don't know
$100 to see this show.
You don't know how, but the words, the name of the song comes to you as you're playing it. Maybe you saw it on the set list. One thing you know is where everybody else is just sort of going through the motions, you are playing this guitar. And you're not just playing the guitar. There are elements of this guitar that you're not making music. You are creating laser light show effects. You are, instead of where normally you'd have to have pedals, you are just brushing against touch sensitive parts of the guitar, and it's creating all new effects and layering them. And there's a little bit of elements of looping and things like that. But the song that you are playing is called Harbinger.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
And you don't know if it was 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. You know it was less than 30 because that's all you had left. But the song ends and the lights go down, and the other members of Lazarus 5.0 all begin moving into their positions on stage, taking various instruments from the others of you as you're all quickly ushered off stage. And the multi-generational generations after you, Laz, steps up to you, and as you are stepping forward, he reaches out and he takes the guitar from you for a moment, and he goes, "Don't worry, you need this, I'll give it back." And he turns it over, and he presses his hand into a spot on the back of the guitar, and you see a light go. He goes, "Here, put your hand there."
He'll do so.
You place your hand and it goes, and then you feel something go and poke into your palm. And looking, you see a little trickle of blood, and he goes, "Sorry, that was necessary. Now, only you can play this guitar. Only you can use this key. I don't know how. The last thing I'm going to tell you is under absolutely no condition should any of you let him have your keys." Now go. And you are suddenly being led out by a throng of stagehands and handlers. And we just see this, like, from your POV, Laz, as you keep looking back, as the Lazarus 5.0, they reaches over and takes a different guitar that's handed to him, and he gives you a salute, turns around and walks on stage. You see spotlights come up and just massive cheers coming from the audience as a whole new song begins. And moments later, you all find yourselves outside the backloading docks behind the venue with 24 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in Chrome City. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh my god. That was so...
I want to rewind. I did forget one thing. I got caught up in my own thing. We're going to rewind for a moment. There was one thing that happened during the concert that I want to draw attention to.
Post-credit scene? Question mark?
This could be a crow's nope.
A crow's pettit scene, of course, yes.
We know what you're saying.
Yep.
Mhm.
As you're all standing out there and everybody's kind of feeling the high of what just happened.
I kiss Laz in this high moment. This was incredible.
As
Smooching.
all of this is happening and Rosie's kissing Laz, off to the side, Jessica is just standing there thinking back on something that she saw during the concert. You know those scenes where something really loud and chaotic is happening in a movie, like an epic concert is taking place and you're hearing all this future synth, whatever, theremin, saxophone, flaming guitar, music is going on in the tambourine, and Jessica, you're seeing these girls that are synthesizing your look, and that music seems to sort of fade into the background as the score sort of picks up. And in the midst, just behind, not fully spotlit, only seen in red light, very dimly, just beyond these girls, Jessica sees Anne standing in the crowd.
She's out. Oh no.
Oh no.
And that's
Yes.
where we're going to end the session. I meant to do that when you were doing your scene, and I got all caught up in the synthicas.
Is she like the only one not moving and cheering? She's just fucking standing
She's
there like a
literally
creep.
just, I mean, picture the throng of synthicas dancing and mimicking the tambourine, and the camera slowly pushes in, and we just see Anne standing there, expressionless. That sort of a Full Metal Jacket, Vincent D'Onofrio looking.
Kubrick stare.
Yeah, the Kubrick stare. Thank you. That has so many more meanings in this show.
Not
Yes,
Orson.
yes, Kubrick the director, not
Our
Kubrick. not
is
Kubrick the Oak.
A delightful, nice boy. That was, dude, fuck. That was a great session.
Wow.
That was so many. That
I'm
was
glad
so
you guys harmonized better and got into that level. If you hadn't have if I hadn't remembered the bonus and you rolled high enough to get into, or me rolled high enough to get you into that next bracket, you would have had a maximum of 40 minutes, which would have worked because we got you to the concert by 30 minutes. But you guys still now have 25 minutes left in
Oh my god.
Chrome City, and you've identified one key and now have another key in your possession. You don't know what these keys are. You don't know exactly what you're supposed to
We
do
don't
with
know
them.
really how to use them yet. But at
Let's
least
go.
we're
Let's go to the
obtaining
Thunderdome next. Whatever the fuck it was called.
the Rosie and Billy Thunderdome.
The Rosie Billy Thunderdome. I don't remember the actual name, but that.
Dodgeball.
I'll
of,
tell you
like,
what it was. It was the Gunnarsson Stapler Sports Complex, home of the Dodgeball Bloodsport Championships and Zero G Mixed Monster Arts Spectacular.
Mixed Monster Arts, Lord.
That sounds
Lord.
like
Yes.
I'm definitely
have
down
to
for
go
that.
that sounds like another thing I'd pay a lot of money to see.
100%.
Jesus Christ. That's a mouthful.
That's like Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of in the back of my mind.
Dimmadome.
So did you pick up on the fact that it's Gunnarsson Stapler? You're first?
Yeah. I wonder why it's both. I wonder why it's a conglomerate. We'll have to investigate.
My favorite is the Kenny Cooper Memorial Museum of really neat rocks and stuff, which has a very
I know.
It has a very Zoolander feel to it.
How can we be expected to teach kids to learn how to read?
I'm dropping each of the items that were character specific into the chat. So
The locations, yeah.
There was also the
amazing.
Kubrick Time Dilation Services, Jealous Mirrors by Jessica, Find Your True Self, and Nexus Arena presents Lazarus 5.0 Reboot Tour live in concert tonight only. I had fun writing tonight's Chrome City.
All right, I'm gonna call it.
and-
Jealous Mirrors is either a poetry reading sort of situation, and it's like about like an author situation.
Oh yeah.
Or it's an art display that is nothing but like glass mirrors. Which
Bro.
that would be wild.
I did want to say that Chrome City, as a location, I kind of did my own thing with it, but it is. We mentioned it last week. It was an homage to the Chrome City Harbinger settings, as was the title track, opening track that you played called Harbinger. An homage to a setting that Jeremy has run multiple games over the last, we discovered, 8 years. That if you want to see what Chrome City is all about, not in this game, but maybe in some of those darker, seedier places where the neon doesn't reach, check out Erasmus Expeditions. And if you want to find out more about Harbinger, also check out Dice on Ice, because let me just say this. I might have mentioned it before. There's a Harbinger game that M ran in which Chad and I play ex-husband and wife in a astropunk setting that I played a character named Jupiter Presley. And
That's
it's
the
still
one with like the really well done and well produced intro sequence
Yes.
that I complimented you
Yes.
on years ago. Yes, okay.
it
Perfect.
is
I remember
hands
Commercials.
down one of the
Yes,
best
yes,
sci-fi
yes.
horror games I have ever played. M is a master of creeping you the F out. So while I'm promoting other games, we're in talks, we're working on it. The Old Guard is the dust is being we're already old dusty retired adventurers back for one last hurrah, but the dust has been gathering and we're trying to brush off that dust and get us back on the air maybe
So,
this month.
As of right now, we're looking at the 25th, but people have been slow to respond. I'm looking to try and, maybe if we move the conversation to a different platform, maybe that'll get everybody moving.
Nonetheless,
fingers crossed.
stay tuned. We'll let you know, because those games happen on a Friday. We'll let you know here when that game is going to happen.
Absolutely.
So thank you to everybody who supported the channel with resubs and bits and all that good stuff. We always appreciate that. It adds to the domain pop pool, as well as supporting the channel. Yeah, good call. Jeremy, what you got going on tomorrow?
Oh yeah.
Tomorrow night is the second episode and finale of Jumanji Jumanji All Blown Up. We're playing Never Stop Blowing Up. The first episode was an absolute riot, so I'm very much looking forward to playing tomorrow night.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Excellent.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely tune in. That'll be on Erasmus Expeditions on YouTube. Yeah, so also thank you to everybody in chat. Always appreciate the activity going on in there in chat. I wish I could pay closer attention to what's happening in chat, but I can't because I'm running a game. But I know that other people are, and there's lots of great stuff going on in there, including the bingo cards that Tomiko supplies. for all of these games. Everybody has fun with those. They're just for fun, but thank you to Miko for putting those together. And finally, a huge thank you to all of these awesome players. We're trying out something a little different with the real-time timers going on, and already making some slight adjustments as we're playing with that. But the Paradise Michigan Genesis storyline has taken on a whole different life of its own for a period of time, or times, as it were, as we see what they're doing on this mad dash through the time portals. So with that, it's just awesome to get to play with all of you. And if you were, there were a couple of you that were a little sort of background backing band in this episode, if you will, but rest assured, as that little post-credit scene will let you know, there are things planned for all of you. Fear not. So thank you, as always, to Chad, Tamiko, Carrie, Ted, Jeremy, and Em, without whom this would just be me talking to myself for a couple hours. With that, we're going to end this stream the same way we end every stream. You can say it with me if you want.
Can we
I don't think
talk about
walrus's
Paradise now?
nipples are all